All right, it's great iPod King 24 here, back on the scene. Just want to have a little gameplay, but for right now, I just want to talk about 2K18 and the problems that have been going on with it. There's a bunch of problems, so I'm gonna discuss them as quickly as I can. I'm gonna try to touch on everything that I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to touch on everything, but I'm gonna try. All right, so first, huge number one problem is, of course, the players that are being deleted. We are less than a month into the game. There was a bug out. They fixed it apparently. There's a bug out that was deleting people's players, and it was causing hassle because their players were getting deleted, and not only were their players getting deleted, you had to deal with people not getting answers back from 2K support for like a week. For example, I was one of those people. It happened on Saturday, day after early release, and I didn't get an answer back until about a week or so after. And yeah, they gave me back my VC, but I didn't I lost progress. I had to start all over my badge grind, start all over. So that was a huge problem. And some people still, after all that, are don't have their players, don't have anything. So that needs to be fixed. Big issue. 2K needs to fix it because it's still happening a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. I checked Twitter the other day, and it was still happening, just a little bit. So, all right, the second issue we're going to talk about is layups. Man, I don't need to tell anyone in the 2K community about layups, man. Layups are ridiculously hard to time this year, regardless of your rating, regardless of if you're a 70 or regardless if you're a 99 or have a 97 driving layup. I've been looking at the comments under some of the YouTubers' videos. Everybody's complaining, "Oh, I'm missing shots. I'm missing shots. I'm missing shots. Why am I missing layups at the rim? Like point blank, wide open layups." Not only are the layups untimed and having problems, also the jumpers are having problems too. Fadeaways and pull ups, I feel like a little glitch right now because the percentages for a jumper, a wide open jumper, are not as high as it should be. For example, I have an 81. Actually, can show you. I'm pretty sure. Give me a sec. Let me just hop over to my stats right here. I'm gonna show you. I have an 82 contested mid-range shot. An 82. So, and I also have an 81 open shot. So the question is why am I missing on wide open, good, wide open, good release types of shots? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. And it just kills the game because I can't enjoy the game if I'm missing. Sometimes I just want to put the game down because I'm just missing and missing and missing. So they need to fix that with the jumpers because the jumpers are definitely glitch. I'm a shot creator, so my archetype is really based off of being able to hit these off the dribble shots, these faders. And I know it's not my animations because my animations are good. So it's really 2K and them needing to raise the percentages a little bit. Yeah, I understand the skills gap that they need to make, but they need to raise their percentages just a little bit to make the game a little more funner for casual players because yeah, casual players, sometimes we drag it and talk about, oh yeah, this needs to get fixed, this needs to get fixed, when it doesn't because of I guess the differences between whether you play high level amount of 2K or you're a casual player. So, but this is a problem that's affecting everyone. The people who barely play it, the people who really play it, the people who midway play it. It's affecting everyone. Big problem. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is badges. Badges are off, they're so off the chain this year in a bad sense. It's honestly ridiculous. When I was looking at my badges and actually looking at you know, where I'm at on ankle breaker, I actually just got to gold ankle breaker. It took 72,000 to get the gold, and once I got the gold, it said it's gonna take 162,000 to get to Hall of Fame. And I'm a college student, and I don't have time to be playing this game to this long to get one badge. 162,000, way too high of a grind for other people, for your casual players. Like it's just not feasible to even have it, there. It's just not fair. I don't even feel like, like it's reasonable to have something that high. I looked at one of the YouTuber videos. I forgot what his name is. I think it was Agent 00, and said that to get the deep range Deadeye, it's 172,000 points or skill points or whatever to get to that Hall of Fame, which is honestly insane. People don't have time to be doing all of that just to get to Hall of Fame. They need to change it or do something to it, make the job easier. Okay, so that's with badges. Another thing we're going to talk about is my career, and we're going to talk about this difficulty problem. There's definitely a bug in difficulty because in pro, the computer plays like it's Hall of Fame. The computer hits open shots all day. If you leave them open for a little bit, regardless of rating, you're gonna have to deal with like people just splashing. Like Matt Delvedova, I played his team. Matt Delvedova was really cashing out, and he doesn't even have a high like 3 point like an 8, but like it's not really about him cashing out so per se. It's about the fact that he's hitting consistently. You can't play any help defense. You play help defense, it's automatically gonna be, oh, defensive breakdown or whatever. You get scored on as defensive breakdown. The teammate grade is broken. If I play off well just a little bit defensive breakdown, if he scores on me, it's gonna be a problem. It's a bunch of things that need to get fixed. But also, really, again, the difficulty of the game on pro is not fair. The amount of shots I miss on pro is not right either. Dealing with certain things such as the computer hitting everything is a problem. Also the layup problem affects the AI of your teammates in this game. The AI misses a lot of layups. Not a lot of people talking about it, but the AI itself also misses a lot of layups. So this is the problem with the actual game itself. I've seen Carl Towns be point blank on the rim, no one there, and this guy's basically, bricking. He's bricking wide, like bricking layups when he has like an 88 or a 90 something standing layup, and like it's not doing that. It's not happening like that. So that's a huge problem. And of course, another huge problem, and it's microtransactions. Okay, microtransactions. The problem with microtransactions is that this year you start at 60 overall when you get the game, regardless of whether you're in pro am or I'm not pro am, but me and came from the prelude or came from person like just starting the game out fresh, making a whole new player. You start as a 60, all right? So you're playing at a 60, and in order to get to an 85, you need to get 200,000 VC in order to get to an 85, which again is insane. To have someone have to you get 200,000 VC to get not to max your player. 200. We're talking 200,000 just to get to an 85. Which is honestly ridiculous. And even once you get to the 85, you only play like an 85. There's still 85s missing shots, and doing all this stuff. Like it's a problem. So like they need to really fix like that in the game. The AI is like not really at its best in terms of being fair, because also another problem with AI is that the computer shuts down all pick and rolls. I don't know what they did this year, but they definitely like tweaked something or something in this game, and the computer shuts down all pick and rolls, like pretty much. What they'll do is they'll W you off if you're playing a smart defender. Well, you can see right there, and then get shut down. But a lot of the times it does get shut down, and you're dealing with players that just make dumb decisions. Like the defense is completely like locked up. It's mad hard to shake a defender if you don't have the stats to shake them. Um, Another real problem with the game is that in order to even like play really to play the game, I was going back to the 200,000 VC I'm spending in order to get to that 85, which I never spent VC. I'm just doing an own grind. Is it's just pointless for the fact that you have to spend VC in order to be a good player. I remember when the game came out, it cost I think it was like 1,000 or 2,000 VC in order to get a haircut. And they changed it, but it was ridiculous. Like, why am I spending that much money in order to get a haircut? Like, it's insane. Like, they need to fix it because microtransactions can ruin the game. It already has, in my sense, and it's ruined the game. And the reason why microtransactions really ruined the game is the fact that they finally patched it. Before that, you couldn't even see your stats. You were going in blind. Your build was blind. You might want to say, "Oh, how does this weight affect this, or how does this affect that?" Like, if I choose to make my player 6'3" versus 6'5", what advantages or disadvantages will I get? By doing that. What advantages, disadvantages. You couldn't see any of that. Now you can, but this is way too late in the process of being able to see this. Should have been able to see that day one. They should have sent out a day one patch in order to see something like that. So, I mean, it's just a problem. Like, it really is a problem, and they've been having so many problems. This might be their worst launch ever, because 2K17's launch, it wasn't that bad. It was just a couple bugs really in terms of tweaks for shooting. But this year there's game breaking bugs. There's players that aren't keeping their players. There's people that can't make shots, and the layup timing is broken. Shot timing is broken. It's just insane. What what's been going on this year in this game. And honestly, if anyone's anyone who watches video or talks to the devs, or knows anything, they need to get these patches glitches out, because it's getting insane now. My career is pretty much broken right now. If you're an offline player, this is garbage. This is horrible, because everything that's happening, just due to the fact of 2K just not caring about how they put out this game when it started. This is affecting really the offline users. This whole entire difficulty shit where it's off. You can't go on rookie on my career. It's affecting the offline users, because if you're offline, I don't care about badges or anything like that. I care about dropping 60 a game, banging on people. That's what I care about. But I can't do that because they did this because of online players. They did this because, online players are going to use rookie difficulty to go grind for badges, to go grind to get this and go grind to get that. It's insane. So, that within itself is already a problem. There's so many glitches and problems and things going on with this game. It's honestly insane how how you can play it. Really, as I said, the game itself is really broken. Within my career is really broken. It's hard to play. So it just makes no sense. It needs to send out another patch. You need to fix it. I'm trying to keep up to date on this stuff, to find out what's going on, and seeing the patches, letting people know on my channel what's good with the patches. Right there, right here is a pure instance of this mislayup. Now I understand that it's Anthony Davis. It's Anthony Davis. So yes, his presence will affect the shot. Anthony Davis's presence will affect the shot. Right here. But will his presence affect the shot this much? Look where I'm missing the layup. I'm not missing the layup. I would say about a foot over. I'm missing the layup right here. Yeah, I probably released it late, but let's be honest. Is the late release on an 81 worth this? Worth this? Is it really worth that little margin of error? He's not there to defend this. He's on the other side of the rim. This is a layup. This is a layup. This is a layup, but I missed it because 2K's timing is off. So they need to fix it and just, fix the percentages. I know they can tune the game, but they need to fix the percentages, fix layup, do something, because it's really becoming game breaking. Well, I mean, honestly, until they fix this, I'm gonna be playing this very minimally, to be honest with you, and that's just how it is until they fix it, because it's just not one of their better games this year. All right, well, that's all I gotta say. So Great iPod King 24 is out for right now.